this video, we're going to fix a problem with our shipping form for our e-commerce app with Django and Python. Hey guys, John Alder here from Codemy.com, and some of you pointed out in the comment section that there's a problem with the shipping address form, and you are correct. The way we have it set up is a new user doesn't have a shipping address automatically, and it's throwing an error. So this is basically the same exact problem we had when we created an extended user profile, and that profile wasn't generated automatically when a new user was generated. Same thing's happening with our shipping address form, so we can fix that very quickly. And that's what we're going to do in this video. So let's head over to our code. I'm using the Sublime Text Editor in the Get Bash terminal as always. And as always, you can find a link to the code in the pinned comment section below, as well as a link to the playlist with all the other videos in this Django e-commerce series. So check that out if you haven't so far. And if you like this video, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out Codemy.com, where I have dozens of courses with thousands of videos that teach you to code. Use coupon code YouTube50 to get 50% off lifetime memberships, all my courses, videos, and books for one-time fee, which is insanely cheap. Okay, so what exactly am I talking about? Let's head back over to the website very quickly. And I'm logged in now as admin. And if I go to profile user info, we have our shipping information thing right here, and everything seems fine. But if we log out and register a new person, so I don't know, let's call him Wes. This is Westerson, whatever. Wes at westerson.com. And we pick a password and register. We get automatically an error, right? Shipping address matching query does not exist. And if we come back to our website, our user's been created and we have a user profile, but if we click user info, again, we get the same problem. So what's going on? Well, if we say log out and head over to our admin section, there we go, log in as admin. Remember, we've got this shipping address thing. We've only got one shipping address because admin is the only person that has set that up. But what we want is anytime somebody registers for the very first time, we want to generate a shipping address that's empty, so it at least exists so we don't get that error. Remember, we have these profiles, and sure enough, there's a Wes profile, even though Wes didn't create his profile just now when we created the Wes profile, because it generated it automatically. And we set that up way back at the beginning. We're going to do the same thing for our shipping address, and we're going to do it in the exact same way. So if we head back over here and we go to our store and let's see our models.py file. Remember when we set up the extended user profile, we set up this little thing right here using these signals and post save, right? What we did was we say, hey, whenever we run this models.py file and, create a user, right? Have that user sender create this profile. And then this create profile will run. It'll say, hey, if this has been created, go ahead and generate a user profile for this person. So we're just going to do the same exact thing for our shipping stuff. So the first thing we need is we need to import this stuff into our payment models.py file. So let's come up here and paste this in. Now we come back down to our store models.py file, and we could just copy this whole bit of code. So let's take this back to our payment models.py file. And here we have our shipping address. And just anywhere, I'm going to put it right underneath here. Let's say create a shipping address by default when a user signs up. So how do we want to do this? Well, here we created a create profile. Here, let's call this create, say, shipping. And we want to have a sender here, right? Using these signals, an instance, the user, right? The new user that signed up and created. That just posts in, hey, what has a thing been created? So here, instead of calling this user profile, let's call this user shipping. And instead of a profile, we want to pass in a shipping address, which is just this whole thing, right? And the user will be the instance, this, new user that just signed up. So here, then we create this, we want to save it. So let's go user shipping.save, right? So here we want to post_save connect. We want to run this create shipping thing we just created with the sender of user. And that should be all we need to do. Now, this seems like a major change to our model. So you would think we maybe had to make a migration and then push the migration. Because anytime we change a model, we have to do that. We have to create a migration and then push the migration. But we haven't actually changed the model here, right? We haven't changed any of this shipping address things. We're just adding a bit of code that does something. So we don't have to make a migration. There's nothing really to migrate here. We can just leave this as is, save this, and then we can go ahead and test this out. Now, one thing this won't do is it won't generate shipping addresses for users that you've created before this. So if you've been, following along and creating test accounts to test things, you might want to just delete those accounts and start over. If you create a new account with the same name after you've deleted it, it will have a shipping address. This will fire anytime we now create a new user. But just keep in mind, all the old users you have that didn't manually create a shipping address, this won't work, right? You're still going to get those errors. So, okay, let's head back over to the website and test this out. So let's log out and let's register. And let's create an April Elder, April at elder.com, password. Do we have an April already? I'm not sure. Username created. Okay. And now you'll see we didn't get an error, and it sends us straight to this page and says, hey, fill out your profile information and your shipping information. And we can do this or not. We don't have to do this. It could still be blank. If we then say, add something to our cart, go to the cart, try and check out, everything still works. We're not getting any errors. Even though we don't have anything in a shipping address, we now have the opportunity to, fill this stuff out to complete our order, right? And we can also log out and just test this. We can go back to the admin section, log in as admin, and we should now see 2 shipping addresses, 1 and 2. This one's for admin, John Elder, right? And this one is for April. She doesn't have anything in here, so, she's going to need to fill this out at some point if she wants to order something, but at least we're not getting that error anymore when she logs in or when anybody logs in. And you'll notice if we come back down to users, we still have a whole slew of users that don't have shipping addresses. So like I said, I would go through here and just kind of maybe delete them all, except for admin, obviously, in April. And let's see, we can delete all of these if we want. Yes, I'm sure. Now we just have April and admin. They both have shipping addresses, and all is right in the world. So I should have pointed this out back when we created our shipping address, because I knew this would happen because it happened for our profile. When we created the extended profile, it just sort of slipped my mind. And a bunch of you guys on the comments pointed it out. Hey, there's an error. Thank you for doing that. I totally missed it. That happens sometimes. And a pretty easy fix, though. And that's all there is to it. So in the next video, we'll get back to adding this checkout functionality that go to billing here. We'll start to jump into that in the next video, and should be fun. So that's all for this video. If you liked, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out Codemy.com, where you can use coupon code YouTube50 to get 50% off lifetime membership. So that's access to all my courses, over 60 courses, thousands of videos, and the PDFs of all my best-selling coding books. Join over 200,000 students learning to code just like you. My name is John Elder from Codemy.com, and I'll see you in the next video.